Hello, and welcome back everyone to your weekly MMA wrap-up, where we talk about all things martial arts and mixed martial arts to have occurred within the last 7 years, days, weeks, I don't know, 7 days, whatever makes up a week, goddammit. I am very tired. I went to bed at 1 a.m. And I woke up at 7. Actually, normally I wake up at 6. It doesn't matter anyways. You're not here to hear about my woes and sleep deprivation. Deprivation. You're here to learn about all the relevant martial arts news to have taken place recently, so let's talk about it now. First up, we have Dillon Danis versus Mike Perry in a new fight promotion called Duel Arena. Looks like they're making their debut in Orlando, Florida, next month. So, August. Now, this Duel Arena is a hybrid promotion, meaning it's going to be MMA, boxing, kickboxing, all taking place in one ring. Not at the same time, but to imply that the arena is a ring. They didn't get a cage for one and a ring for the other. Promoted by a man named Dean Tottle, it is all taking place at the Kia Center. I don't know if you necessarily needed that information, but if you were trying to go and catch this live, at least now you know where to go. And I think it's really nice that they got some prominent figures in the MMA world to go and headline their first event. This seems like a good way to start off. That said, the main guys you got were Mike Perry and Dillon Danis, who both have done fairly well outside of the mainstream MMA organizations, but yeah, I kind of think Mike Perry's just going to beat the brakes off this kid for like 5-10 minutes, however long until the ref decides he's had enough. Mike Perry has been an unstoppable death machine since leaving the UFC, and I don't think Dillon Danis has the capability of putting the brakes on this train. Technically, brakes already exist on the train, so I should have said pull the brakes on this train, but that doesn't matter. Moving on.
I like singing. I like dancing.
I like trains.
CSAC, for those who don't know, is the California State Athletic Commission is trying to create a MMA fighter fund for those who are retiring and or injured out of the sport professionally. And they put this together back roughly in 2024 in the hopes of doing the same thing that the Boxing Commission has done back in 1982, which they have now paid out $4 million in, I guess, support to professional boxers in need. And it looks like they're trying to find funding for this at the Napa Knockout event. So I guess a lot of their funding is more so like charity. People can donate to it, is what I'm understanding, which is kind of a weird concept here. Yep, it's exactly what I just said. So they're basically not crowdfunding, right? But the proceeds of the ticket sales and every sale at the event is going to go towards this MMA fighter fund, which kind of sucks because when you think about it, the only reason it exists is because all MMA fighters, all combat sports athletes are considered 1099. They don't get any benefits, and all their money is given to them up front. Nothing's taken out for tax. Wait, technically it is taken out for tax because UFC takes taxes out. Or maybe no, they shouldn't because they're 1099. Taxes should be taken out later. I am not a money guy, as you can tell from this conversation with myself. Regardless, the reason why this exists is because companies do not take care of their competitors. There's no benefits. There's no way for them to get support post-retirement or post-injury. If you blow your knee out so bad you can never step foot in the cage or ring again, you're SOL, goodbye to your pro career, and now you're working at McDonald's because you had no backup plan. McDonald's is not a bad plan, but when you have a blown out knee in your 30s or 40s, it probably wasn't the first thing on your mind. So I do commend the CSAC organization for trying to put this thing together. I sincerely hope that it goes together well and that it supports other MMA fighters who are really in need. And maybe even encourages some of the organizations to put a little change in there too, you know. Give back to the people who literally made you millions, if not billions of dollars. Anyway, moving on. Outside the world of MMA now, Anthony Joshua has made his debut return. I guess he took some time off after beating the brakes off Jake Paul, to the world of professional boxing where he got dropped twice in the first round. Kind of a tough day for Anthony, huh? That's right, Kristen Prenga, interesting last name, wonder where that's from, kind of staunched him in round number 1. That said, it didn't last because Anthony came back in round 2 and flatlined this guy. Can't count out the champ. Is he still the champ? I don't know if he's even still the champ after going on a hiatus, technically. Okay, no, he is technically considered a former heavyweight champ. But hey, there's even a video of it. Check it out. What a performance, and a sure way to start making his way back to the top. And now, everyone, we have our major story of the day, which is major because I said it's major because it's about my friend. Is he the Karate Combat GOAT? God only knows, but Smilin' Sam Alvey has retained his light heavyweight belt against Uriah Hall in the recent Karate Combat 62 event. And it was good. It was a great fight. They were going back and forth. Sam really put the pressure on this guy and took it to him. Uriah Hall throwing a lot of spinny, fun kicks for everyone to watch and really did some damage. In fact, both those guys did a lot of damage on each other, but it was Sam who ultimately took the decision in the end. And in fact, the crowd was even chanting one more round. They wanted these guys to do it again, which, you know, God only knows what would have happened at that point because it's another 3 minutes of random combat. But as far as everyone could see that evening so far, including the judges, Sam did enough to take the win. And I'm going to say this in the hopes that Sam doesn't necessarily see this video, but if he does, he doesn't want to hit me in the face afterwards. But as we all know, towards the end of his UFC career, Sam was in a bit of a skid. He was not doing superb. And when you looked at his fighting style and combat, especially at the end, he would take a lot of backward steps. He would get himself up against the cage and rely a lot on his counter-striking, which sometimes did not land him in the best positions. But, as soon as Sam made his way to karate combat, he has been an unstoppable force of nature. Pro fighters, pro MMA fighters, pro whatever fighters from all around the world have come in to compete against him, and he has smoked every single one of them, except Orbelis Desplain, which, to be fair, that guy was like 50 pounds heavier. That's just not fair for anyone. Francis Ngannou is the only fair fight against that guy. Or maybe Stipe, as he's like one of the few guys to actually knock out Francis Ngannou. He might be the only guy to have ever knocked out Francis Ngannou. Anyways, from the beginning of his karate combat career to him earning the belt, to him becoming the double champ, and now defending his light heavyweight belt against Uriah Hall, he has been just like unbeatable. Again, except Orbelis. We don't even count that guy. So as far as I'm concerned, Sam is undefeated in karate combat. And he's gone against guys who would have utterly annihilated 99.9% of the population of the planet. Tyrone Spong was a huge challenge for him. On paper, this could have really easily been a mismatched fight, honestly, considering that it's a stand-up fight only. And Sam not only went out there and knocked that sucker out, he also head kicked him, which Sam doesn't throw kicks above the waist, let alone pretty much ever. So that was astonishing to see. And yeah, I guess just all around, I'm proud of him. He's really turned it around. And you know what's funny? Orbelis Desplain, speaking of that guy, just got re-signed to the UFC after multiple wins outside the organization. Maybe they'll come knocking on Sam's door soon. Who knows? To which I would say, probably don't go. You got a belt and you're killing it. Unless the money's really good. Money's really good. Go do it, brother.
I'm all about the money.
And now, everyone, the moment you've all been waiting for. The tales from the depths of the interwebs. And this week, we're looking at the wildness of nature and the aggression and the surprising tag team. And the brutality of the existence of being a sunfish. Check it out. That's right, two orcas decided to have a world of fun and just utterly annihilate that poor bastard. I mean, there is nothing left of him but a little bit of debris. And it's funny, when you see it, he rams into him head first and just blows that fish up, which really sucks because, again, what did the sunfish do? But at the same time, no one's commenting on how you see the other one holding him in place. This is a very heavily bullying situation, right? It wasn't like a fair fight for as fair as you can have with a sunfish. This was one orca holding it in place while another one just blew it out of the water, literally, as if it was a game for them. Orcas are just, yeah, I mean, they don't attack humans in the water or in the wild for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But everyone else can catch those hands or those fins or that face. They do not care. I'm pretty sure you get enough of them together, they'll body a blue whale just for shits and giggles. But yeah, on that depressing note, hey everyone, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this week's MMA wrap-up. I appreciate your time, love, and attention. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the hype button. And as always, remember to eat well, sleep well, train hard, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Deprecation, definitely not defecation. Never heard of that guy before, like, at all. That's not it. I don't need to say that. What the hell's happening? Oh, it's an ad. I thought the computer was tweaking out. Oh, you kicked the couch leg? Yep, right on the toes. That's pinky toes. Awful.